All right. Here we are. We're just ripping the Band-Aid. Really nothing else to do here. It's one of those deals where you can sit around and... Oh. Well, here we are. It is the BP Hero Podcast, Season 8, Episode number 1. It's like one of those deals that I'm sure 90% of you, including myself, are thinking like, what are we doing right now? This is about as random as it gets. And yeah, you're right, it is. But I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of wondering, when I'm going to have time, or this for an excuse or that for an excuse. It's just like I just told Spencer literally 5 minutes ago, I'm just going to go live. I just got to rip the Band-Aid. I've got to get the show started sooner than later. And here we are. Jason says, yeah, the chat box works. So I was testing out the chat box to make sure that it's going to show up on the screen. Because one of my rants I had from last season with doing this live is the fact that we weren't able to see the comments. Like if I'm responding to a comment later on, somebody could be listening to it or wherever and wondering what am I talking about? Who am I talking to? So now I've got comments up here. So if you're live and you don't have to go sifting for the comments, they're right here. So nonetheless, here we are. BP Hero Podcast, Season 8, Episode 1. Let's just go straight for it. I hope everybody's having a good 4th of July weekend, whatever you want to call it. I hope everybody was safe this weekend. It is going to be safe tomorrow. Got Ladonia Worlds coming up tomorrow, a little 4th of July gig. If you have followed the show, then you probably remember me talking about this from a couple years ago, where we went and played full 4th of July tournament. It's a very small town, and they had everything. They had bounce houses, they had freaking all kinds of music and a little bit of farmers market stuff. Had a big parade, all kinds of classic cars and stuff in it. It's as podunk and small town as it gets. And kind of the one thing that I thought was really cool, this will be the 4th year I've played in this tournament, is the championship game does not start until the fireworks have gone off. And if you're ready for the championship at 5 o'clock, guess what? You're just sitting around chilling out. That's your chance to go and taking a little bit of the town, taking a little bit of, the atmosphere and that kind of thing, waiting for the fireworks. But I did see this year they do have the bracket posted, and the championship is scheduled for 6 o'clock, if game at 7. And that's kind of a bummer because, it's one of those deals where the fireworks is kind of part of the show to me, and the fact that we don't have the fireworks is kind of a bummer, but we'll see what we get, because that's also kind of part of the story and the tradition and that kind of thing. I remember one year they had the fireworks, they rolled them out in a big trailer, literally right behind the field, right behind left field, shot all these things off, stuff's banging and popping, going off everywhere, and they go to start up the game, and gosh, for probably the first 3 innings, no outfielder could see anything because of all the smoke and everything in the air. It was kind of funny. I wasn't in the outfield, so it was funny to me, but it's just one of those things, it's the story. It's kind of why you go to tournaments like this. It may be a deal where something happened. It was a funny story to tell. I can remember one year we were playing over there, and this guy comes walking in. I wish Gabe was here because Gabe would remember this story. Guy comes walking in, kicks over every bat in the dugout, comes stomping in from right field, kicks over every bat in the dugout, says, let's wake these freaking bats up. We got to go. We were down 10 or 12 runs or something like that. And what do you know? We came out and scored like 17 runs in an inning. But, everybody at the time, you've got those people that are, they treat their bats better than they treat their cars or their house or whatever else. They, go out to league, and then the second they get home from league, they're carrying their bag in the house to come magic eraser their bats and wash them all down and wipe them all up and everything and check for scuff marks and cracks. And, you got people that do that, but they won't do the dishes that are in the sink. And I'm not saying that we had people like that on our team, because we didn't, but it's the idea of like, you get people that kind of look sideways at you when you kick around bats and stuff like, hey, that's my bat. Well, like, what are you going to do? You're going to you can't tear it up. It's a bat. It's meant for hitting objects. You're not going to tear it up. Tony says he went about 5 years ago and the lights went out in the middle of the championship game and they couldn't get them back on, so nobody won. See, I might have missed that year. I might have missed out on that one. But I did see that Derek Moss has got the flyer up for the Perry tournament. Just saying. I think... Gio says pretty bats perform. Yeah, of course, Gio. Hey, Gio, by the way, Gio, since you're here with me and Jason, you can go ahead and head over to the group chat that I started and you just completely ghosted us in. That'd be real cool if you wanted to, like, respond to that. Be kind of beneficial for the greater good. So this is about as random as it gets, and I understand that. But if anybody has topics or anything like that they want to discuss, we're all ears. I got about another 40 minutes, and then I got to bounce. Got BP scheduled for the night. Tony says we got to take Gabe back out to Perry Mo. Well, that would involve Gabe getting his stuff out of his closet. Guy hasn't played a game of softball in probably 2.5 years. I take that back. He played the Show Me games with us last year, and before that, he hadn't played in almost a year. So he's played, 4 games? We played 4, maybe 5 that day, and that's the most that he's played. Corby Booker wants to know, have I heard anything on the durability of the new Proton bats, the 2-piece, his busted in 60 to 70 swings? You're not the first person that I've heard that happening with. I know a couple other people that have had that issue, local guys as well, so it's somebody that I can believe, not just hearsay or anything like that, because I am really big on hearsay. And if, people are coming up with all this stuff, where can we get our sources for that? Instead of saying, this person said this and that person said that. And I've got a cousin, and his buddy who has a teammate whose uncle's nephew is a rep, and then he said this. No, I don't want that. Like, I'm not here for that. What I'm here for is facts. Give me a link. Show me where somebody said that. Somebody relevant as well, I might say, not just, a screenshot of Jim Bob saying, oh yeah, the new bats are going to be banned because they're yellow. Like, I remember one time I got an absolute shitstorm stirred up because there was, I'm trying to think what year was that. I think it was the 2019 Andy Purcell legit. If I remember correctly, it was the 2019 Andy Purcell legit. The thing was like bright yellow. It was even more yellow than the highlighter freaks that everybody freaked out about there for a minute. And somebody was, kind of starting the rumor and going around, oh, this bat's going to get banned and this and that and carry on. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm going to get the shitstorm really stirred up here. I posted on Facebook, said, selling this bat. These are discontinued. It's really hot. $495. Takes it today. And dude, within 2 hours, Andy Purcell, this happened on the Old Scout. I remember somebody started asking around on the Old Scout. Andy Purcell was like, I've been getting messages. And then whoever was with Mike and Worth at the time, might've been Cornell. We're getting messages about this too, like it's not true. And but that's how fast rumors spread. And that's why it's important to get your information from a credible source. Now, am I saying that I'm a credible source? No, because it's up to you to decide what a credible source is. But when you see somebody say something like that, do a little bit of research, figure out, is this person legit? Where are they getting this information from? Are they with the company? Are they, in the bat game? Whatever you want to say. They really need to do a little bit of research on where this stuff comes from. But circling back to the protons. So I have heard a couple of local people that I do believe and trust say that their protons are gone. One guy was going to try and get us hooked up with one to swing, and it broke before we could get a chance to BP it. Charles Darling, I've been in contact with him, and he was supposed to send us one to swing, and I'm pretty sure he's just trying to get all of his customers taken care of first before he sends us one, but I am looking forward to swinging one. Gio wants to know, is the Show Me game still ASA? Yeah, the loosest form of ASA that you can possibly get, which in Missouri, for sanctioned ASA in Missouri, is 52 300 ball, and then any bat, basically any bat, no seniors. And there is a band list, and it's a majority of it is just older stuff, 2004 stuff like the extendeds and the flexes and things like that. Those are technically banned. And there is a handful of other stuff too. The help me out, the Onyx, a couple of the Onyx ASA bats ended up getting banned as well. But yeah, I mean, it's the ASA. It's always been sanctioned for Missouri is basically ASA or U-trip bat and a 52 300 ball. What's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy? Fat Guy BP in the chat. My guy out here killing the game, been posting videos. If you guys haven't checked out his videos yet, you need to go do that. Stop what you're doing right now. I'll wait. You need to do two things. You need to head over. You need to subscribe to Fat Guy BP, and then go over and subscribe to Batflip BP. Those guys are killing the game right now. They're out here making connections. They are posting lots of videos. Big Ben BP's another one. I really like his content, and that dude can absolutely mash, by the way. I'm liking the direction that the softball world is headed here. We are kind of everybody. I don't, what's the word I want to use? Not like we're relying on everybody, but I feel like everybody is out to help everybody right now. And that's kind of a good thing. Anthony says, already subscribed to those guys. My guy, what's up? Michael wants to know, have we swung the new KP yet? I'm late to the party, so I might have talked about it already. No, haven't swung the KP yet. I'm actually headed to swing the Josh Riley tonight. Our guy Quentin got one picked up, and we are going to get one going with that, get out and swing it. So I'm going on vacation this week, so I'm going to be run pretty thin. But my goal for the month, we've all seen how this stuff has gone around here, but I feel like I'm to the point that this channel needs to grow, and it's going to take me putting in some legitimate effort to do it. My goal for the month is to post at least 20 videos. I would like to go daily. Obviously, I missed July 1st, but I would like to go daily. Now that I've got a podcast set up here, it's not the most ideal. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm never wild about inviting the world in my bedroom because that's where I'm at right now. I've got the camera kind of turned and twisted away to where basically you can see just the corner of the bedroom and the top of my dresser. And my guy back there, where's he at? Right there. That's my guy right there. That's a childhood memory, core memory unlocked every time I get that thing out and mess with it. So I was just tired of making excuses. I've transitioned from a laptop to a desktop setup. Got me a couple monitors here, and then I got another one going above. I am 100% ready to go. I wanted a green screen and some other stuff before I got started, but it's just like I said in the intro, in case you missed that, like I'm just ready to jump on the grind. Like I'm tired of it. It's always an excuse. It's always something, but we got to start somewhere. So we'll get the podcast going again. That's going to be for my 20 videos right there, doing a weekly podcast again. I am going to try and establish more times, like a consistent time instead of just like on a whim on a Monday afternoon before the 4th of July. We're just going to like go live with a podcast, right? That's random. So let's see. Gio's wanting to know, basically a pillow fight tournament for the ASA stuff. No, dude. So I know that people complain about the ASA balls and this and that. Dude, I love them. I 100% love ASA balls. Like, we are hitting 44s tomorrow, and yeah, that's great. That's cool. That's fun. 44s are always going to be a blast to hit, but I'm here to tell you right now that I would gladly hit ASA balls any day of the week. I won't say that I would prefer to hit them over 44s, but if it's going to be like 110 degrees outside, I almost would. Unless you're hitting the microcell 44, which is something that's going to obviously stand up to the heat way better. But those are illegal for a reason. Michael, oh my gosh. Ucart? Let me know how close I got. I want to know if, I only say that because I've got a hard last name to say too. So I always like kind of slow down and like try my best to say those names. Oh, what lady? Listen here. Stupid ad on my background music. So he's wanting to know if I had a chance to swing the Easton Tantrums, specifically the 52 core. No, I have not. They are intriguing. I'm waiting for Easton to get it figured out. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. When it comes to the Easton stuff, they've put out some decent bats, but they're still lacking, right? So I think the big takeaway with the Eastons are they're going to catch up eventually. We saw this with the stamp change in 2013 when they went to the thumbprint stamp. They made a couple of good bats, the L5 and the see, it was the 2012, the L2 and the L5 and the L1 and that stuff. No, sorry. Somebody help me. What was the first year of the 2012s? Was that the L1 and L5? Because there was 2013 was that, but I can't remember what was 2012. Either way. So you had the 12 and the 13 line. Those were nice. And especially nice once you got them broke in. One of the most disgusting U-trip bats that, like sound-wise and obviously performance too, that I have had was a 2013 Easton L1. Those things were just nasty. You get about 4,000 swings on them, and they sounded shaved. Every one of them sounded like they were just cut to the freaking gills. There was a couple of guys in St. Louis that had them, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, dude, like, you're a good hitter. Why are you swinging that? Thinking like it sounds like a shaved bat. But no, they're just that nasty once you broke them in. But it took, an act of God to get them broke in. So they had the 2012 and 2013, which are pretty good years. And then they fell off for 14, 15. And then 2016 debuted what was known as their flex line. Started with the flex and the fire flex and stuff like that. That's what got all of that started. The Black Helmer flex that came out, I think it was September-ish. It was right around the World Series. That was the first one. It was the 13-inch. I don't even think it was a Helmer. Or maybe it was. I can't remember. But that basically put Easton back on the map. They had taken their, want to say, like the TCT technology, which was basically a torque barrel. The torque handle was the dumbest thing ever for slow pitch. It's almost like an axe handle. Guys, it's just not necessary. I'm just telling you right now. But I tell you, the best thing that Axe has done is do the flared knob for those bats to make it tolerable to swing, because the barrels on them are absolutely stupid. The Axe bats are no joke. But getting back, I'm off on another rant here. So you had the Axe bat, which had the goofy handle, and then you have the Torque, which was a twisting handle. I don't know how many people are here from the OGs. Like the handle itself for your bottom hand actually twisted in your hand. And for baseball, it was a good concept. I won't say it was great, but it was a good concept. The idea was to keep the bat head in the zone longer, because if your hands roll, then the barrel will roll over the ball or roll weird through the zone. But if you are getting sawed off, you're getting jammed up, then that handle will turn and kind of keep you in the zone a little bit longer so you can make contact. Well, we're hitting balls that are coming 12 miles an hour. We're not getting, jam shots. We're not getting stuff thrown on our hands. We're not getting caught off balance. We're hitting balls that are lobbed under hands. So there was absolutely no need for it. So the most popular thing that I saw people doing with them, because we had a lot of Easton fans around here, was taping up the handle on them. You could literally just put a piece of packaging tape where the handle, the twisting part of the handle met the normal handle, and then tape over the top of that, and it wouldn't twist. People were gluing them down and everything else, because the barrels on those were good. And that was kind of the start of what I believe to be, just my personal opinion, what I believe to be the start of something good for them, because then shortly after the Torque came the flex line, and then from there on out, from basically 17 until the ban, you really couldn't go wrong with a 220 stamped Easton. They were just ridiculous. If you needed something to hold compression, forget about it. But if you needed something, sorry, when I say hold compression, I mean hold compression at 220. You could get it to hold compression at 160 and last for 2,000 swings, but it's going to be under 220 within 100 swings. You know, and then more companies were kind of starting to get on that train too. So they went from having okay bats to falling off the map to then rising up to being one of the best bat companies in the game at the time. So they're going to make a comeback. They're going to. I'm going to be honest. Their 220s just really aren't it. Sorry, their 240s. Their 240s just really aren't it. Like, they're not the play. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. The biggest thing that gave them any kind of saving grace, and I said this with the Headbanger exclusive POW, is inload. They had to have a bunch of inload in them, which the Headbanger exclusive POW did, and that's why it was a good one, is the extra inload it had in it. So, tinfoil hat theory here. Everybody get your tinfoil hats out. But I do feel like the big things that help 220s, God, what is wrong with me? Help 240s is heavier bats and inload. I won't say like a full ounce or, ounce and a half or nothing like that, but the more inload that something has, the better it's going to hit. And I believe that's especially true with the 240s. And just from the handful of 25s that I've swung in the 240 space, unless it's just got an absolute sledge for an inload, it's just really not the play. So, it's one of those things you got to kind of get it figured out. Easton, all of their big inload 240s have been okay. They've been, I won't say the best, but they've been okay. If you could probably break one of those in and have some fun hitting it, get it down to, 200 compression, because they will get down there. I know a couple of people that have got some Easton 240s that are at 200 or floating around there. So it's possible. But what it took to get it there is kind of the crazy part. So they haven't quite got that figured out yet, but they're going to. And the tantrum may be the start of that for them. So no, I haven't swung him yet, but I am looking forward to. And I know he's obviously asking about specifically the 52 course. So he's talking ASA. I kind of saw that after the fact. I went on the rabbit hole of the 240s. But the Ghost Tack is okay. I feel like there's better options out there. But it's not terrible either. So that could be something we could possibly check out. I was kind of starting to say to people for a while, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm just kind of taking whatever shows up at the door, guys. I know that a lot of people are asking questions about this bat or that bat or whatever else, but I think sometimes the unnecessary stress of trying to get bats picked up and ditched, and if Adam's here, he can tell you, dude, it's absolute hell to try and buy bats and review them and then ditch them for a decent price and not just lose your ass on them. So I was doing a lot of that last year, and I kind of had to pump the brakes a little bit. It was getting not fun because I'm worried about how much money I'm going to lose on a dang bat. And that's not what this is about. This is about, making content and having fun doing it. And I was to the point that I wasn't, but I'm just kind of taking what shows up at the door this year. Obviously still committed to Headbanger and anything they got going on, which, by the way, if you ever see any of these shirts, be sure and grab them. This is the best shirt ever. It's a New Balance Headbanger t-shirt. I was passing these things out for a while. They were cheap. I absolutely love them. Just probably one of my favorite t-shirts. I wish I'd have bought about 20 of them. Anthony says, loving the senior bats. Keep us in the loop. Yeah, the senior bats are fun. I'm not quite there yet. Hopefully my shoulders hold up for that. Starting to get a little bit of tendonitis going in the shoulders, which has kind of slowed me down a little bit at the plate. Like if you'll notice, obviously you don't know which bat we're hitting first when we go hit, but if you'll notice at the beginning of the videos, whatever the first bat is that I swing, I'm really stiff my first round, but it's mainly all in my left shoulder because like if I let my front hand come through and kind of fly around too much too early, I'll be freaking sore. So I got to kind of take my time and get loose. I'm getting old. So I'm been keeping bands with me. Been doing a lot of band stuff. I always keep a band on me when I keep my roller bag going. But it's full of ASA balls right now because I need to go buy one of those military duffel bags. Michael says Fat Guy BP is the reason he got an ASA Suncoast. The ASA Suncoast stuff is good. Not a game changer, but I mean, I thought it was nice. Adam says he hit 2 different Proton 2-piece bats. Never had durability issues. Josh hit triple digits and Chad in the 90s, still past compression. Yeah, I don't think anybody ever said they weren't performing. That's the big thing. I don't think anybody's ever said they weren't performing. They've obviously just got potentially an isolated issue with the whether it be cosmetic or it's actually the bat falling apart, because one of the guys that said he had a Proton, I won't say break on him, but the outer layer of, it was either the outer layer of composite or the paint had failed him. He said it was still hitting fine, but the bat itself just kind of gave out on him as far as cosmetically, so he just sent it back. Tony says the best thing Axe did was make deodorant. Hey, listen, swing a Pro Flare and talk to me. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Seth? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Q, I said Ghost. Q out here talking about some 28-ounce Easton Ghost that he bought years ago that he just won't give up on. I'm telling you, bro, give up on that thing. Michael said the best bat that Easton made was the SCN18BH. Bro, those were good. They had the 16s, and the 17s were good too, and then the 18s were gas. That was back in the day, bro. That was kind of the heyday of the softball fan stuff. So I remember I was like anti-Easton for a long time, and then I kind of started dabbling in a little bit of the Easton stuff, and like I went over to the Easton forum, and everybody's talking about these bats by like their full model number. It's not like, which don't get me wrong, today's stuff kind of drives me nuts too, because every bat's got a nickname. Every freaking bat has a nickname, and it honestly kind of kills me. You got the, have you swung the new green machine yet? Have you swung the new purple nurple? Or, I mean, it's just, I mean, this the dumbest names for some stuff. But it's all what the market names it, I guess, you know. I mean, that's the day and age. But I guess, you know, pick your poison. Do you want that, or do you want an entire Easton forum on an internet forum calling bats by their whole model number? Yeah, have you swung the SCN12BH, you know, U, and I've only swung the SCN12BHA, and people are on here like, are these motherfuckers speaking cursive? Like, what is going on here? Talking in code. Jason says they'll bring one of the senior bats even to new. And yeah, so Jason and I are going to get together towards the end of July. I'm hoping to make maybe even a little video about that. Try to decide what all we're going to do there from a content creation standpoint. It's kind of a cool weekend for us. So my birthday is the day before, and his birthday is the day that we're hitting. And we invited Gio, but he literally just ghosted our invite. Not sure how I feel about that. That hurts. It cuts me deep, Gio. Really does. So just talking about some stuff that we do have coming on the channel, because we got to talking about bats. So we're going to have the ASA flipper. I am going to hopefully get that knocked out and ready to post. If not tonight, when I get back, I won't post it tonight. Like I said, I'm trying to 20 videos in a month, try shooting for daily, but no less than 20, just to kind of see what it does for the channel from a growth standpoint. And I'm hoping to get it done. I talked to Mike Cornell today because they had a couple questions about the ASA technology and that thing. So we'll have that coming. We got the balanced Suncoast one-piece U-Trip 13-inch barrel. And yes, those have been out for a while, but if you like a Suncoast and you are wanting to see what the deal is with what's left of the Suncoast stuff, because all the two-piece stuff got banned, and you're curious about the one-piece stuff, we got the one-piece review up, and then we got a chance to swing the one-piece in-load review up, and then we'll have a chance to get the one-piece balance review up, because Snacks got one of those. So we'll have that coming. Then I want to do a little video on senior versus U-Trip for ASA, for senior, because we had a 27 balanced U-Trip and a 27 balanced senior, both about the same swing count. Had we planned a little better, I would have remembered the radar. Even though that stuff means absolutely nothing to me, I got to remember that it's not about what I want. So I wanted to do a review on that. Do a comparison on that. So I got those 2 videos coming, and then I also have the Kylie Studioso, hope I said her last name right, Catalyst that'll be coming up soon. Then we'll have the Freak 9R that we're going to swing with Quentin tonight. Got the Juno, help me out, might be the MR3, MR1, Yellow Barrel, whichever one that is. We'll have that coming. Probably going to try and film a couple throwbacks soon as well. We've spent way too much time focused on what's in front of us, and I kind of lose track of needing to remember to leave time for filming the throwbacks. It's kind of funny, Spencer, if you're listening to this now or you catch it later, I do got to give you a hard time because every time I'm like, hey, Spence, we're hitting tomorrow if you want to come, because I really enjoy having him around. Spencer's a good dude. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a good hitter. So, what's you talking about? Oh, sorry, squirrel. And he's a good hitter. He's a good time. I should leave it uncut one of these days and let you listen to the amount of just absolute crap that we talk to each other sometimes. It's kind of funny, but we love having him around for BP in general, whether we were filming or not. So, love having him around, but I'll hit him up. Hey man, we're swinging tomorrow if you want to come out. And I'll say, what are we swinging? No throwbacks, right? Not a throwback fan. You didn't like that old tech. So it's always kind of hard to make sure I remember to leave time to do that stuff. But that stuff will be coming soon. I'm going to try and get a couple of those filmed because our guy Micah Liepert gave us a bat that I really want to get done. I've had it for, a while now. Eric Son has sent me a few bats. Both of those guys have been super awesome for the channel. And I'm halfway throwing around the idea of doing a shirt order. Nothing crazy, no full dies. Just a classic, BP Hero shirt with the home plate. Then the BP Hero Sunset shirt. And possibly rolling out another one that I've got some ideas on, but I haven't decided yet. But long story short, I got burned on a short order a while back, so I'm kind of tucking my tail and running on that stuff. But I've had a handful of people ask me, yo, what's up with the shirts? Where can I get a shirt? Can we do shirts? So maybe we should just do a buy-in for the shirts. I don't stock them because I don't sell them enough or often enough to justify sitting on the money until they sell. But it's really easy to do, 3 or 4 buy-ins a year. And that's your chance to grab you a couple. We are going to have some long sleeve options too. So that'll be cool. Need to do a BP YouTube personalities buy-in? What do you mean, Jason? Speaking of buy-ins though. So one thing I would like to do, I was talking to my wife about this yesterday. We went to a Cardinals game, had some tickets gifted to us that were really, really, really good tickets. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to try and sit here and brag about, we got these super awesome tickets, but definitely some of the best tickets some of the best tickets that I've ever had for sure. So it kind of got me thinking, like, this is something that's doable. Like if we wanted to rent a suite and like do a subscriber meetup, like it would be really cool to maybe you could do it a few different ways. You could meet for BP in the morning somewhere and then catch a night game. Like everybody rent out a suite or a box, and like you would have to like kind of split it, do a subscriber meetup that kind of way. Maybe if we did like, if we had enough people, you wouldn't even do BP in the morning. You could do Indian ball or like a 8-on-8 or something like that. You do 8-on-8. Basically, you have the hitting team provide a pitcher and a catcher. So that would be a lot of fun. You could go do that, and then everybody splits the suite and they go meet up at the suite that night. Or maybe we just do a subscriber meet at a suite for a Cardinals game. I thought that would be kind of cool. Anthony says I need to come east and play a game with his team. Yeah, see, it's, like I keep saying I want to do this stuff, and we were talking about the Spiders tournaments and all that stuff. But it's always easier to talk about that stuff than it is to make the time for it. Jason says, all the YouTube personalities like you and Adam and average dudes, and et cetera, all have their names on a jersey style buy-in. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I don't hate that idea. I don't hate that at all. Has anyone used the Chief 3 ASA from the Native American World Series? If so, how was it? I'm going to assume that might be an Anarchy or a Monster. I don't know much about that, to be honest with you. I haven't really did a very good job of keeping up with the ASA stuff, as much as I would like to anyway. And as I'm sitting here drinking a Monster, which is like one of the most, I think I just said Monster, which is one of the most absolutely worst things you can do for trying to lose weight. I'm telling you, these things will make you hold water like a freaking, I don't even know what. I've had some people ask if I have been losing a little bit of weight. I've had a couple people ask in the comments. Yeah, we're on the grind a little bit. Kind of fell off the wagon here. I won't say fell off the wagon. We just kind of slowed down. Life got busy, but now that Hayden is done with baseball, I'm done with softball league. Can dedicate the time back to training and doing the things that I need to be, getting the meal prep stuff done. We're down about 35-ish. And obviously there's no set number, there's no set goal. We're just trying to be healthier, living a healthier lifestyle. One thing I can tell you now, it's like one of those, what are you doing, for training or this or that or whatever else, or diets, or what's your secret? I'm telling you, the secret is go to the doctor and have blood work done. See what's going on. See why you're holding weight. See why you're gaining weight. See why you can't lose any. Like it's all fat. Everybody wants to try trendy diets and that's the kind of stuff, and it works. There's people that works for, and that's awesome. But there's some people that don't either. And I'm telling you, I went to the doctor, had some blood work done, and it was like the second that he got the results back, it was just like immediately like, okay, so this is what's going on here. And it was a couple of, I won't say easy fixes, but a couple of changes that we needed to make. And I haven't even been really, I won't say trying, but just trying to be thoughtful with what you put on your plate. And I'm still losing weight just after the corrections that we've made and doing that kind of thing. But yeah, it's absolutely one of those things that you have to do. Is you can work, or you can work out, you can do the diet, you can drink the water, you can do the walking, you can do the running, you can do the lifting weights. None of it matters if your body isn't optimized for you to be doing that. That's a big thing I'm going to tell you. So we're on the grind, doing that stuff. I know I've had a couple people say something. I wanted to discuss that just real quick. Like I'm pretty transparent in the things that I will put on YouTube, but that's a big thing that is just troll bait is, talking about your weight. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's one of the absolute troll bait. You say something, one thing about your weight, or, gaining weight or losing weight or trying to get in shape, or, wanting to post some workout videos. Just the trolls just come crawling out from under the bridge in herds. Like they know everything. They know what they need to be doing. You need to do this. You need to do that. Why are you even trying? You could also just go fly a kite in a thunderstorm, bro. It's cool. Really, you could. I won't miss you. If that's all you got to bring to the channel, I won't miss you. Nice. Seth said he's down 60 pounds too. Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations, pal. Everybody getting healthy. 2023 is the year, bro. I ain't going to be ready for bikini season anytime soon, but I'm going to tell you something. Feeling nimble again. Been playing a little bit of third base in the league. Q will tell you. Maybe not ready for shortstop yet. Got melted one time by a girl. Might have lost the ball in the sun, but nonetheless, I got melted by a girl. But it's been nice to play the field again. We've had Q working on a little bit of pitching in the co-ed league. Me playing third base. Kind of getting those vibes going again. Because that's actually when I started playing softball. Defense was the best thing I had to bring to the game. I was a third baseman. I won't say some kind of like freak show Nolan Arenado third baseman, but I was a fairly good third baseman. Coming from being a catcher, wasn't scared of the ball, had good hands and good reaction, and got rid of the ball fast. I never had the strongest arm, but being a catcher, it's just second nature to get rid of the ball fast. So between good hands and not being scared of the ball, so even if you don't pick it clean on the first try, you've knocked it down, you pick it up, get rid of it fast, and you make your outs that way. I got in the game as a good third baseman, then figured out how to pitch a little bit because we needed a pitcher. And the one thing I do regret is fully committing to pitching and then just kind of saying whatever with playing in the field. Because now, even now, like if I was to go play a men's tournament and play third base, I would probably, I won't say be good, but I could probably get myself by in a pinch. But it's man, it's so weird after pitching for so long sometimes to be on the corner and just see stuff getting hit at you. It's like, man, like, please don't do that again. And I will say the one thing that is weird, and I guess it's just from pitching for so long. So I used to read the ball the best at third base. Third base and first base on the corners were the places that I read the ball the best off the bat. And I guess just from pitching for so long, I am the most comfortable in when I say range, I just mean my ability to read the ball and move a couple of steps. I'm not saying I'm out here, looking like Derek Jeter, but my ability to move and read the ball and get a couple steps on a ball is so much better at like second base or like, if we're messing around at BP and I'm standing back there fielding something at middle or short or wherever, I get so much better reads on the ball. So that's one thing that I've got to kind of work on if I'm going to play some third base is reading the ball again at the corner and getting it going that way. So I said 2023 is the year, no beach bodies though. He's in says Jesse wearing a banana hammock because it's something we want or need to see it all. Yeah, well, you know what? You never know what you might end up with around here. We've got to get the view somehow, right? That's that putting yourself out there thing I was talking about though. Anthony says, luck to your doctor and you decide what's best. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, you have to get to the doctor and he's going to tell you. I mean, they are medical professionals for a reason. So he, she, whoever will have the best options for you. Wife is home. It's time to leave for BP. What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy? Happy early 4th to you as well. All right, guys. BP Hero Podcast Season 8, Episode 1. Words are hard, apparently. In the books. What do we end up going here? 42 minutes. That's not bad. Not bad for the first one. And also, as you can see in the bottom here, it will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So you can be sure and catch it there if you want to. Or you can watch it back here, wherever. They will be uploaded again. We're on the grind. I'm not going to tell you when the next one's coming because I don't know for sure. I would like to get back to having a date and time again. But I had a little bit of time to kill. And instead of sitting here with my thumb up my ass, I thought, you know what? Let's get something going. Rip the Band-Aid. Get it going. That's why the title of the podcast is Rip the Bandage, bro. Get it off of there and get going. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. The podcast is back, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Stay tuned for more updates on, for sure, dates and times. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP Hero, catch you next time.